Hello. Are we all here? Oh, might need to turn the game down a little bit, actually. Sound seems to be coming through, my mic's on, but again, I am going to lower the game sound a little bit. Sorry. Oh, and that pauses it, of course. How we doing, early viewers, VOD viewers? I don't know why I asked the VOD viewers when they can't respond. Oh my god, my face really does change color a lot just from the screen in front of me. I mean, I've got like a streamer light, but then also, you know, my giant TV on my desk is, you know, really doing the actual lighting on my face. Yo, let's yo. Yeah. So yeah, not doing time attack this time. I just want to like play through the actual kind of like just game normally, you know. So instead of replaying the same stage over and over like a dozen times, just actually play properly. Also, this song's awesome. This track, piano, is awesome. So, yeah, this might be the last stream for a while, because I mean it's not like locked in, but I should have work again next week, and so I'll be starting work again next week, and then we'll have work up until I go to America. Get my controller here. So, so there probably won't be more streams for a while. Obviously, I wouldn't be streaming when I'm in America anyway. You know, I'm not going to be around. Just make sure. So I think last time I streamed, it was just before they'd added that that latest update. But then by the time I made the video, that update had come out anyway, right? So yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm sure everyone wants me to, or everyone who watches the streams anyway, wants me to stream more. But for me, it's like, oh, awesome, I'll actually have a job again. I'll actually be earning money. Because I kind of need that. I'm guessing the sound's good. No one said the sound is bad. So I never used any of these items. I don't think they really matter. There's a lot of great music in this game. I listen to it every now and then when driving in the car. Well, when the radio in my car, when the Bluetooth actually wants to work, you know? Because, oh, whoops. My bad. My car sucks, and it's very old, and junk, and bad. Oh, Penny with an I? Yeah, that's intentionally, that has to be a joke. There's no way. We don't need to start a 1-0, that's just a little prologue level. There's not really anything, like, actually interesting in there. I'll start from 1-1. Yeah, when the Bluetooth in my car isn't just randomly not working, I put this soundtrack on pretty often. What was I thinking? Are there any other? Yeah, was there any other important things I had to say? Got Unreal Fest is on right now, like the Unreal Engine Festival, like on the Gold Coast, which is only like an hour or two south from me. I really wanted to go, but it's like $150 just to get in. And again, like currently don't have a job. My car sucks, like it like blows up when it's not moving. You know, so just like a variety of issues in the way. Okay, I haven't played in a while, so I'm just gonna refamiliarize myself with the controls first. Okay, so jump with shoulder button. Yeah, use the stick to aim the yo-yo. Double jump, kind of, roll with the triggers. I swear there was something I talked about in the video, I think, where people were like, oh hey, there's like this particular thing you can do to kind of like fix the issue you're having, but I forget what it was. And yeah, I don't think they've patched the game since my video, so I'm pretty sure you can still just like, oh, let's see. There was a bug that was pretty like easy to repeat, where you just fall through the floor. I really hope they patch this game a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see how many bugs we encounter during the stream. I forget how I did it. I think it was like, yeah, it was like that. So you throw it out on the ground and then jump. And then she would fall through the floor, but it looks like it's not happening, which is good. I don't think it's happening anymore. Whoops. No. Okay, well... Again, it could be a thing, I don't know. In specific levels or something, it might not happen anymore here. Yeah, what was the thing? There was something... Still need to finish this game. Frankie Haghob. This game's awesome. I just like really had a craving to play it again the past like couple weeks. And I just figured like if I do, I should probably stream it, you know? Makes the most sense. Let's see if I can even make this jump first try. Oh, I can. All right, cool. All right. Let's actually start over. Yeah, I think this game's really fucking cool. It's got some bugs, got some issues, but overall, still really good. Should I do a full combo run? Oh, whoops, I'm already stuck on something. That wasn't necessarily a bug, that was more just my fault. Right, and the drop shadow thing's still gonna be a problem, I guess. No, I don't need to do these. Hi, Ashman. How you doing? Did you guys see the little video? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. The little video that Ryan Drummond, Scott Dreer, and David Humphrey put together. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Penny's Big Breakaway. Don't need to go for the little gears and shit. I've already got them. Already unlocked all this. I figured, I almost thought of like, oh, should I make a new save file? You know, like, should I start a fresh game? But then I was like, nah, I can just use the save file I already have, and that way, like, I don't have to do all the bonus stuff per level. And if I want to do the bonus levels, I can just play them afterwards. Yeah, I've unfortunately been looking on Twitter a bit more than I really should be, because I've been at home all the time. Like I've said before, I don't have Twitter on my phone. Uninstalled that a long time ago. Like around the time Frontiers came out. Oh shit, no. Drop Shadow kind of fucked me with that. Oh, can I just fail this so I don't have to do it? Yeah. I don't like those QTE things. I don't know why they're in the game. Victory Tamaj, hello, I've been watching a bunch of your stuff recently. How's it hanging? Thank you. Glad you've been watching. Yeah, it's been good. I was just saying before, this might be the last stream for a while because I might finally have work again starting next week. And then I'll be going away to America anyway. So, you know, obviously won't be streaming then either. And then after I get back, I'm pretty sure I've got guaranteed work after that. So again, probably won't be any like videos or streams for a while. Except for like on the weekends if I feel like doing them. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore because I was like, I just wanted to get it out. Like, don't even have the option to look at it anymore. But because I've been at home, I still have Twitter on my browser, and obviously I use it to like promote my videos and stuff, which is like very useful. The Twitter traffic does help. That also means that sometimes when I'm a little bored, or just when I wake up in the morning, I still am in that kind of habit of like looking at Twitter a little bit. And you know, it's usually just like, oh cool, there's like some nice artwork, or here's some, I don't know, little anecdote from someone, like some, I don't know, like official person of something that I'm interested in. You know, I just saw today them talking about like the 5th anniversary of Outer Wilds. So, you know, there's like good, just simple stuff on there. But then I see, what the fuck? All right, well, I tried. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the game's still got problems, which is a shame. Yeah, because they haven't done any patches since my video came out. Unfortunately, I was really hoping there'd still be a... Because I was gonna, like, come back and play the game again. No. I was gonna come back and play the game again after they patched it a bit. But I haven't... Oh, no! I haven't seen any. I don't think they're necessarily doing anything for the anniversary of Outer Wilds. It was more that, they were just talking about it. And they released, like, a little text adventure kind of prototype thing that they'd made in, I think, like 2014. So, like, really early on in the game's life. To actually get the checkpoint this time. Oh, how good is this music, man? Wah, 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 wah. Ah. Okay, well, don't need a checkpoint. Just what great movement, you know? Like, just the fucking swinging around on the yo-yo is so fun. I would love to see if they have, like, any... I mean, I'm sure they have a ton of, like, scrapped ideas for making this game. Of, like, other yo-yo things they wanted to do. I would love to see how they could, like, expand this out for a sequel. It'd be so cool. Do I mess with any Nintendo series? Yeah, I mean, I'm a big, like, Nintendo fan in general. Like, obviously, all the Mario games. I love the Zelda games. Metroid is, like, probably, like, my second favorite, like, series, franchise, you know, game thing to compare to Sonic. But then, you know, even Sonic is, like, yeah, okay, Sonic is, like, my favorite, but in more of, like, an ideal sense, you know? Like, I don't actually... I'm not, like, frequently playing Sonic games, or, you know, like, always think about, oh, man, I just love every Sonic thing, you know? Like, Sonic is more of, like, yeah, in principle, this should be my favorite, you know? I like getting Sonic shit, because I can just pick the stuff I like, and just get, like, cool fucking statues and figures and stuff. But the actual games, it's like, whereas Metroid, you know, most Metroid games are great. So, I like a lot of Metroid stuff. Shit. I'm also just so glad, like, this game was, deliberately built to let you jump with the triggers. I just think, like, not even counting the right stick stuff of, like, using the yo-yo to aim, I just feel like for a platformer with, like, other actions, being able to jump with the trigger buttons is so fucking good. I kind of wish more games did it. Because it just frees up your hands, you know? You jump, you have your fingers on the triggers up the top, and then your other, like, your thumbs are free to use the face buttons for other actions. Kind of like how, you know, the Souls games put, like, your attack on the triggers as well. I'm not doing as many crazy speedrun maneuvers, partially because I haven't played in a while. I mean, I might do a little bit of time attack at the end, I don't know, but at the moment it's more of just like, we'll just play through the game. Bam. This is more of a Sonic game than all of the 3D Sonic titles? Kind of. Yeah, I mean, not wrong. Oh, right, sorry, yeah, the Frontiers Twitter discourse shit. Yeah, what was I saying? Something... There's been people talking about how, like, jank the game is. And then... Oh, right, the score thing, and then you unlock the concept art. Oh, maybe that's something I can at least kind of try to go for while playing. Yeah, I've been seeing people talk about how, like, buggy and, you know, shit Frontiers is, and then I'm seeing people make up imaginary people going like, so all these people who, like, haven't even played Frontiers talking about how buggy the game is, and then, like, you actually play it and realize it's not buggy at all, and I'm just, like, I don't know, man, I'm sitting there thinking, like, we played the same game? Also, I'm pretty sure you're making up people that don't exist, because a lot of people have, you know, played Frontiers and said it's buggy. That's why they're saying these things, because they've played the game. Oh my god, Ashman. Jesus Christ. 20 Canadian, thank you so much. Gotta keep my streak up after all, but hey, happy to donate. Thank you, man, but please don't feel obligated. Although it looks like, yeah, as I said, I'm probably not going to be streaming much after this, I don't think. I mean, like, maybe Thursday or Friday for me, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be out. I've got to do some stuff that morning, and the morning's when I stream. So, like, right now, for me, it's almost 11 in the morning. Oh, shit. No. Okay, I was trying to do a cool skip. Yeah, usually I stream in the morning time for me, because for the rest of the world, mostly America, that's a more convenient time. Oh, shit. Again, I was trying to hop across the railings. Fucked it up. Yeah, exactly. Like, I thought even the people who liked Frontiers all kind of agreed that, like, hey, this game kind of is made like shit. Like, there's no polish, you know? It's all just junk. Shit. Fuzzy context. That was a fun thing when I released the video. A lot of people kind of got confused by my use of the terminology soft lock when I was talking about that kind of stuff of, like, flicking the stick and it locks you onto something. And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, isn't a soft lock, you know, supposed to be like when a game, you know, when you're, like, stuck and you can't progress, you know, so you're, like, not hard locked but like a locked door, but it's just like, oh, I've kind of, like, stuck myself somehow in the game. And that is true. I probably should have elaborated a little bit more, but I was basically going with, because I mentioned the Matthew Matos's video on context sensitivity, I was following along from that video of just, like, let me use the same language so it's consistent. Because I'm already like, specifically referencing that video as basically a, hey, watch this, or, you know, this is where I'm sort of basing some of these ideas from. So, and in that video, Matthew describes like a game like Bayonetta or DMC where you have a hard lock-on button, basically saying when you're not locked on and your character still kind of automatically aims at things, that's like a soft lock, you know, like a lock-on. I guess the difference between a lock and a lock-on, you know? So that's what I meant by soft lock, and a lot of people, I think, were kind of confused, which is understandable because it does mean a different thing, usually. So, I do get it. I do agree Frontiers is praised purely on a hypothetical, potential thing, yeah, rather than, you know, the actual quality of the game. It's always, wow, this sets a great standard for the future of Sonic, or, like, this is a step in the right direction. As I showed in the video, like, I in the Frontiers video, when I just Googled, like, Sonic Frontiers step in the right direction, and it's like all these fucking articles and videos all saying that. And I get these people like, what? No, that's not what people are saying. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's right there. It's right there. I'm showing it to you. This is another very good track in this game. Big fan of this one. Shit. Yeah, you need to drop on the slopes to get more speed. Yeah, like, I've said this many times. I would love if Frontiers did actually set a good standard for 3D Sonic. Like, I would like to see games follow on from it in a positive way, but to be honest, the way I see them needing to do that would be like scrapping 90% of the game, as in the concepts and the principles and stuff they're following from. You need to just completely start over. Frontiers is fucked. It's a bad foundation, and they need to make a new one. Yep. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wrong way. Wrong way. No! I am doing well, Ace. Thank you. Was tempted to stream more Bayonetta, but Penny won the vote last stream of what to do next. But I wanted to play this anyway. But I'm just like jumping between like, I want to play Bayonetta and like want to play more of Jurassic World Evolution 2. I started playing some more of that the other day because I did buy the packs I wanted, like the other dinosaurs and stuff. I will say though, in general, with the Jurassic Park builders, I think I am getting a little bit sick of them. You know, we really fucking need Jurassic Park Survival to come out. Oh shit. We need Jurassic Park Survival already. Hello, Superior Naz. You like this game? That's good. You know, I'm very glad that we have a Jurassic Park builder, but it still it needs more mechanics to be like comparable to your Planet Zoos, your Prehistoric Kingdoms, all that stuff. And I don't know, for me, building in like a big sandbox thing, it's fun, it's cool, but as someone who's like a 3D artist, to me it kind of feels like work. I kind of feel the same with like Animal Crossing and Minecraft and stuff, where building in a sandbox and building my own thing and all these designs, like it's cool, but I kind of need more of a gaminess to go with it, or else I'm just kind of like, I should just be doing this in like Blender or Maya. Like this is my job right now, is building 3D spaces. Penny is great. I will recommend this game very, very strongly. And this track is so good. Yeah, I think someone left a comment about like something to do with riding on the water with the yo-yo that I didn't know about. I don't remember what they said though. I think it was like something like a way to know that you will not fall off the yo-yo and fall in the water. But I really don't remember. Yeah, there's still like, there's a little bit of jank in this game, which is unfortunate. But like, hey man, considering the shit Sonic fans get away with, of talking about which games are peak and whatever, like, I can tolerate it in this game. I still want them to fix it. I mean, I'm glad they already have fixed a lot. I think there is still more that needs to be done. But, you know, I can still play it in its current state. Sorry, still a little bit phlegmy and gross at the moment. I shouldn't be by the time Sonic Rev comes around. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to go this way. Like, ugh. Drop shadow, please? Okay. I need to play more of GT. Yeah, Virtuous Azon. Yeah, I love his music. But there have been some things I've seen that he says on Twitter where I'm kind of like, dude, what? Like, here's an example that I take particular issue with. Because I'm a reviewer, I'm a critic. He complained a while ago about a review of Penny that like didn't mention the music or like sound design specifically at any point. Which, like, okay, I get it. You did the soundtrack. You want to hear what people are saying about it. You'd like to have some kind of feedback. I get that. And you think that music is, a valuable part of a game, which I agree. And you want that to be recognized in a review. But then he was saying, like, he was pulling out the thing of, like, well, this is like their job. This is their job to, like, review games, and they're not mentioning this thing, and as a reviewer it is your job to critique like every single element of the game. And I saw that and I was like, I completely disagree with that. As a reviewer, as someone who does game criticism as like a, not necessarily my job, but as like a thing that I do. Oh, does this not go all the way up? I don't remember that. What the hell? Oh, right. Duh. You know, like, I think as a critic, you talk about the stuff you want to talk about. Like, you don't need to, because then it's like, okay, are you going to complain that they didn't mention things about the user interface? Are you going to complain that they didn't talk about, like, the font choice in the game? Or, like, you know, like, all these, like, little tiny things. Like, if we're going to, like, that's a ridiculous amount of like, not even detail, just like layers of shit that you're like expecting a critic to have to go through a checklist and comment about every single thing in a game, you know? Like, I just think that's completely unnecessary. You talk about the stuff you find interesting and that you have something to say about. You know, I deliberately write my videos in a way where, like, I don't talk about every single thing. I only just cover the shit that I have anything worthwhile to add to. Yeah, like, do I need to critique every fucking cutscene in detail in a game and every line of dialogue and, like, all this shit? Like, it's such a ridiculous thing to say. And I hope he understands that. But I don't know. Because, yeah, to make a claim like that, you have to take it to its kind of logical endpoint and go like, okay, well then, does that mean that we also need to, you know, apply this same standard to this and this and this? And that kind of reveals the stupidity of it, I think. Of like, come on, T, you know, like, I love your music, man. I think you're a really cool guy, but you gotta stop with some of this shit. Super defensive towards stuff he worked on. I remember going to fuck. I remember him going the fuck off over some Superstars criticism. Yeah, T-Lopes, yeah. And again, like, I'm not trying to like call out the guy and get him in trouble or anything. I just thought it was a very odd thing to go on this like Twitter tirade about. Of just like, I don't know, man. If someone doesn't have anything to say about, it's probably a good thing. Honestly, if a critic doesn't have anything to say about something, it probably means that like they did an alright job at it, you know? Like, if I'm not complaining about the sound design, it's probably because the sound design was fine, you know? Like, it was good. I didn't notice anything bad about it. Is this game godly? It is very good. Oh yeah, he made that tweet about how Skylar was like really annoying in Breaking Bad, which, I mean, she was annoying in like the first season, but after that, I was kind of like, no, I'm on her side. I mean, I was, well, always on her side, really, because like, Walt's not a good character, not a good guy, good character, not a good person. I don't know. I think he was responding to something about like how people, you know, like really sexist towards Skylar, and he was like, no, she's just really annoying. And it's like, well, okay, you can think that, but like a lot of people are very like sexist towards this character. Am I gonna get the next mainline Sonic game? I don't know what the next mainline Sonic game is. Is it a good one? I remember this boss killed me a lot the first time I played. It was bugging out so bad. Hi, Ted. I was having a problem with like riding the yo-yo where the steering just like wasn't working properly. I think I was holding the triggers to ride. Like, I thought when you like ride, I thought you had to hold it, but you can just tap it and let go and she'll keep going. And when I was holding it, I like just could not fucking steer at all. Like, I could not make these turns. I could only go in a straight line. So I had to keep like jumping off the yo-yo to remount. And it just, yeah, it was not working well for me. Alright. Get out of here. Yeah, this boss is very weird. Have I heard of Bopal Battle? No. Look, I don't want to be one of those people that's like, yeah, stick to X instead of Y. You know, I really don't like when someone expresses their opinion and it's like, oh, dude, stick to, like, making games or whatever, you know, like, we don't, like, you shouldn't be, you know, I think that's dumb. Like, people should be allowed to say what they want on their fucking Twitter account. It doesn't matter. Like, anyone's allowed to criticize anything, you know, or express their viewpoint. But yeah, sometimes there are things where it's like, okay, dude, you're clearly, like, not, I don't know, thinking straight. Yeah, no one asked, like, all that shit. I don't like that. Because I can tell you from the receiving end of it, it's not a very, like, particularly nice thing to have to put up with. This boss also just ends. Like, watch. It's just over. It feels so weird. Like, that feels really unfinished to me. It's a shame. Stream lagging a lot for you? Is it happening for anyone else? Maybe I got my bitrate up too high? Oh, hold on. Sorry, yeah, I just saw OBS. Yeah, sorry guys. Maybe refresh for a sec, I don't know. My upload speed is like going kind of whack. Hold on, I'll type it just in case. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna wait for a sec and see if it stabilizes. I think it's passed. Are we all good now? That was weird. I just had like a little spike where I saw OBS kind of dip a little bit. I dropped a bunch of frames, but now it's leveled out. Might have just been a momentary internet hiccup. Sorry about that. It'll probably look really weird on the VOD. It'll probably be me going like, ha, and just like jumping around a little bit. Trying to fucking put my jumper on my little headphone hook thing. There we go. Yeah, cool. I think it's stabilized now. Yeah, I don't know. The idea of like, if you're a critic, you have to talk about X and Y, blah, blah, that... To me, that sounds like a very slippery slope, you know, not too far off from the you have to be objective in your reviews kind of thing, you know? Sounds like it's a very similar complaint to make, if you ask me. The sound was fine, but the video was lagging? That's weird. I might need to lower my webcam exposure a little bit, hold on. Because I'm looking a little bright. But that might be too... Oh, no, that seems alright. With the actual screen on, let me turn up my light over here as well. Yeah, I think that looks better. Your rolling glitch video? Oh, I might have seen that one. Is that the one with like going through the loop? I was like, experience Sonic like never before. I think that came up on my timeline. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's kind of how I feel with music as well. Like, I'll say if I like the soundtrack of something, but I don't have the understanding or the language to get into it in detail. You know, like I don't know shit about music or even really sound design for that matter. So it's not something I feel comfortable discussing in depth because like I don't know what to say. I can't be like, oh yes, the use of this particular technique and like instrument in this song really add, like I don't fucking know. it's probably the kind of thing I can feel, but I can't intuit because I just don't have the language for it. And that's okay. You know, not everyone needs to understand everything. I mean, if I was a music critic, then yeah, I probably should. But that's why I'm not a music critic, right? Alright, you're supposed to use the bull, but I can just skip up here. I probably could have gone that other platform and skipped over with the swing. Ah! No! Ah, shit. No, we're good. Come on. There we go. No. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Again, fuzzy context, I was trying to swing, but because I was near the grapple point, it was like, nope, you want to grapple, actually. I don't care about getting to the top, just... Yeah, I like Penny's design. I think a lot of people don't, for whatever reason. I mean, I don't think it's like the best character design ever or anything, but like I think she's alright. She's got a nice look. Have I ever played the PlayStation Spider-Man games? I played the first one, the Insomniac Spider-Man on PS4. I have not played the second one. I thought the first one was alright. Whoops. The web swinging was way too basic for me and like cinematic and shit instead of like actually playing like a video game. It looks like the second game's an improvement on that. You have like the Just Cause 3 wingsuit and shit. Because Just Cause 3 is already like kind of a Spider-Man game. Spider-Man with guns. But yeah, I haven't played the second one. Not super interested in it either. I don't think I would enjoy Spider-Man PS4 as much now if I went back to it. I think it would be, even at the time of playing it, I was kind of pissed off by some of the sort of grindy, typical open world, follow the waypoint, beat up bad guys kind of shit. Combat's too basic for me. That's sort of the main thing. It's like on paper it should be really cool. It's got kind of like the Devil May Cry combat a little bit. Like you can tell the, oh my god, you can tell the inspiration's there. With the way you like launch enemies and stuff. But oh shit. But and like the web swinging should be really fun and momentum based, but it's just they tried to simplify it, try to dumb it down too much for my taste. That's good that you can, yeah, just sort of turn down the automation a bit. Yeah, that's the main problem with Penny, is she's not a Sonic character. I'm honestly like a little bit, I don't know, I guess just like a little bit disappointed at the lack of coverage this game got from Sonic fans. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only, and look, I'm not a Sonic tuber, I'm not a Sonic channel, you know, I do plenty of other things, or I try to anyway. But, you know, obviously I have a big Sonic audience and I do have a lot of Sonic videos. I feel like I'm one of the only kind of Sonic channels that covered this game. Like, it didn't really get a lot of attention from the people you would think would be all over it, you know? And I think that really just is like, well, I only like Sonic, so I'm not gonna talk about Penny. I don't really have much to say about Sonata Generations until we finally get some gameplay of it. Like, proper gameplay. Yeah, I just thought, I don't know, especially for like the people who really loved Sonic Mania, which was, you know, a lot of us, like, I don't know, you would just think they would be the ones to go like, wow, cool, like, I don't necessarily care it's not Sonic, like, I just want a good 3D momentum-based platformer from the team that I already know can make really good games. Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of surprised that, like, no one wants to talk about this game. And granted, it probably didn't help that it was kind of just shadow dropped. It was also very buggy. It still is buggy, but they've fixed a lot of it. I don't know, like the price tag is like, it's not high, but it's like higher than some other kind of indie 3D platformers. So I definitely see there was stuff going against it. But yeah, I don't know. I just think like this really should have been something that Sonic fans were all around to celebrate. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because it doesn't have, it's not like a Spark or a Rolling Rascal thing. Why is it not letting me? There we go. I don't know. It doesn't have that like immediate visual reference to Sonic, you know, like Rolling Rascal, oh, it's big, open, Sonic-y levels with springs and shit, you roll on a wall, go down a hill, go through loops. Spark's the same thing. That's my guess of, like, those games get a bit more attention because they're so much more directly Sonic-related, whereas Penny is, like, you kind of have to actually pay attention to see the Sonic influence a bit more. I still think visually it's a little bit Sonic-y, it's more Knuckles Chaotix, I guess. But if you're not really looking for that, then you're probably not gonna see it as much. Whereas, yeah, something like Rolling Rascal and Spark, it's very obvious that's what they're going for. So I don't know. I'm just, yeah, I'm a little upset at some of the big fucking Sonic channels for not even bothering to cover this game. And I'm sure some of them will get to it eventually. Like, I don't even know. Some Call Me Johnny hasn't done a video on this, right? And I know he's busy, he's got a ton of stuff, but just like, I don't know, this seems like the kind of thing that would be really up his alley. I'm surprised Private Division and Evening Star didn't, like, give him a review copy, you know? Oh, maybe they did. He was too busy. I don't know, maybe he streamed it instead. I'm not sure. But to me, the lack of coverage on this game kind of speaks to the overall Sonic brand addiction problem people have, where like they just need Sonic content. They can't enjoy something that's a little bit like Sonic but not exactly Sonic. They can't fathom the concept of supporting something that's kind of like Sonic and by people we like who made a good Sonic game. Like, they can't just support that as its own thing. Like, it needs to be like literally Sonic for them to want to have anything to do with it. I don't know. That's just me spitballing a bit, but it's kind of how I feel. It's the impression I get. Yeah, I know Johnny also liked Frontiers, but, you know, whatever. Everyone does, apparently, so. I think he also got flown out to Hawaii, right? Like, Sega actually, you know, put out some money for him. Not saying I want them to do that for me, because I don't know, I would be like, alright, this is nice, guys, but is the game good? Yeah, that's true. Honestly, yeah, Donkey's, like, the one who's probably done the most coverage for this, like, out of anyone. Because I think his videos got, like, 1 million views or something, because his videos always consistently do well. Like, there's probably a way to get up there faster. We'll just do this slow way. So yeah, like good on Donkey, you know, like Donkey actually cares about like spotlighting indies and stuff, and he also loved Sonic Mania. So, you know, I just think like, why aren't more people out here promoting this game? Well, not promoting. I don't want people to shill it, but, you know, review it like you would anything else. Like, give it some attention. Imagine being flown out to play the latest Sonic game and you're the one person that had nothing good to say. That would be me. It'd be the same if they invited me to like those Sonic movie early preview things. That I know some fans have gotten to go to. I would be one of the guys in there like, I'm sorry, this sucks. Like, I would just be honest. Like, I would try not to be mean about it, but I would say like, guys, I don't like this at all. Yeah, fucking Sonic Rumble, the game that everyone's gonna talk about for like a couple days and then forget about. Like, it's a mobile game, dude. It's not gonna... I mean, it'll stick around, but it's not gonna be relevant in like the Sonic discourse and the overall kind of franchise shit. Do I hate the busker bonus? I just skip it because it's like, why bother? Like, what's the point? Garbage truck out my window. Okay, hopefully you might still hear it a bit. This boss, I really don't like. Or I remember not liking it. It's just waiting, 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 waiting. Bam! Bam. Wait. Shit. Go. No, go! Foot phobics have been excessively loud. Yeah, I really don't like bosses where you just sit around and wait. This is kind of an issue with like most 3D platformers, honestly. Like even Mario bosses have this same problem. Yeah, Sonic Superstars boss. You can't be objective in a critique of a game. I agree that you should try to avoid letting your, you know, trip to Hawaii or whatever like cloud your judgment of a game. That I agree with, but that's not the same thing as being objective. You can't be objective in a review of a game. Unless your review is what is literally in the game and not actually any qualitative statements about it. It's not a review at that point, it's a summary. Again, it's a Wikipedia article. That's why in the Frontiers video there's that big disclaimer at the start. If you want objectivity, go read a Wikipedia page. It's really funny how just that opening gets people mad. Where I'm like, dude, I'm saying that you can have your opinion and that I'm telling you up front that I am biased and shit. Like, I'm not here to tell you what you think. Oh, what? There's another one, like, hidden in here? Wait, wait, wait. How do I... get out of there? No, okay. Do you think Sonic combat would be better if movement played a part in it? Yeah, absolutely. I think Sonic should be like a ball bouncing off the environment and then bouncing into enemies and like riding on them and shit. I think my friend Ted, Apokheji, had an idea of like letting Sonic bounce off enemies and then like grind them onto rails. Like if you're gonna have grind rails all through the environment, let Sonic like grind on enemies on grind rails to damage them. That would be cool. You need to make his combat feel very stylish, not just cutscenes, you know? People devalue subjectivity because they think that saying that you have an opinion means people don't take it seriously. They need to make it like this factual, objective thing. And that's partially because of a lot of popular online reviewers saying that kind of bullshit and people falling for it. The every frame a pause people, the ones who make their 11-hour responses to Jenny Nicholson, I didn't like Joker, you know, like those kind of people. That's the reason people think this way. And I know that because I've had people like join my server and tell me I need to be objective, and they go, dude, watch this like 11-hour podcast and you'll get it. And it's those people And I'm like, no, dude, I'm sorry, I'm not listening to a bunch of people who, yeah, those people, yeah. I'm not listening to that kind of shit from people who are very, I don't know if I have any, like, direct sightings of it, but, like, from what I've seen of them, they come off to me as extremely, like, sexist and racist and shit as well. Like, I just get that impression from them. But I don't know if that's, like, actually true. That's just the read I get on those kind of people. You know, people who coincidentally have every video, that like every movie they're complaining about is one that stars, like, a woman, or whatever. But, like, also, I'm not saying that, like, you can't, you know, not like the new Star Wars movies or the new, like, Little Mermaid and all that shit. Like, they can be bad, and I'm sure a lot of them are. I haven't seen a lot of that stuff, but, like, I'm sure a lot of them are just bad, and you can say that. But just, I don't know, sometimes you see that little running theme of the kind of things that they're covering and complaining about and what they're complaining about, and it's just kind of, you know, it's like people that complain about characters being Mary Sue's. Even if they're sometimes right, I don't know, sometimes it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, yeah, but what are you really saying? Do you make this complaint when, like, a male character does the exact same thing? You know, I'm not going to say those new Star Wars movies are good, but I did find some of the complaints about Rey being a Mary Sue to be a little bit of a reach. Well, I don't know, it's like, how did she get this power? It's like, who the fuck cares? Star Wars makes up shit. Like, did you watch the original movies? I don't know. I'm not, like, a big Star Wars fan anyway, so I never really cared that much. I just found that culture war shit to be really tiring. Like, you can just say, I don't think she's a very interesting character, and have more things to say than just like, how did she get her powers? I need to have everything explained to me. Which is literally what they ended up doing in the last one. Rise of Sky... Oh, what the fuck? Rise of Skywalker, where they just had to make up all this shit. I remember someone joined Pariah's night stream and was trying to debate on why his reviews are bad, because he's mean sometimes. I do... Fucking hell, I hit the ride button, I must have done too late. I do think it's a tricky balance. Like, you want to be honest and just kind of say it like how it is. Like, if you think something's bad and sucks, then you should say it. But also, I do kind of try to think of, like, okay, if the development team was actually watching this, would I sound like a dick, you know? Would I sound mean? What the fuck? They haven't patched that? No! Evening Star, please. Please fix your game. It's really good, but it's got problems. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm sure that most creative people are able to separate criticism of their work from being like a personal attack, especially something that's so collaborative like a video game, where it's like level designers collaborating with the, you know, actual gameplay programmers who make the movesets and the level gimmicks and all that stuff. You know, there's a lot of these like elements that kind of remove it being like you're solely just shitting on one person. I don't know, yeah, it's like a tricky thing to... I don't think you should feel like you have to like censor yourself in your criticism. Like, if you think something really sucks and you don't like it, then you should be allowed to say that. But there's a fine line between like just being kind of mean and anything that does sound mean. I think it needs to be explicitly directed towards the work and not the people who made it. Unless the people who made it are just big pieces of shit, and then, I don't know, I guess in that case you can say whatever you want, but, you know. Is Evening Star currently working on anything at the moment? Not that I know of. Honestly, I just want them to do a few more patches on this game and then move on to the next thing. I would be over the moon to find out that Sega was like, hey, you know what? We want to get you guys in for a 3D Sonic game. We want you to make the next 3D Sonic game. What do you think makes people insecure about their opinions to the point they want critics to validate their opinions? Just the concept of opinions, I think, scares people. The idea that they're not right and that they're not wrong either, that it is all just subjective stuff, you know? And people, I think it's a huge part of this, like, brand loyalty consumerism shit at the moment, where everything has to be a fucking, like, Funko Pop thing, and, like, people make careers out of the brands they like. You could even argue that I've done that a tiny bit. I mean, not really, because YouTube is not my main source of income at all. I can barely pay, like, for groceries with the money I make off YouTube. But, you know, like, the people who just cover their favorite thing, it's like turning this thing that they like into a job, and it's this, you know, it's a brand thing. And I think just that general culture has really skewed this and just, you know, the whole thing with the internet of that you can meet anyone and you can talk to anyone who likes the same stuff you do. It makes this, like, kind of community hive mind thing where everyone has to think the same way, because you'll see whenever, like, a new fucking Sonic game comes out, right? There's always the thing of, like, but Sonic fans said they wanted, like, an open world 3D Sonic game, and now you got it and you don't like it? What the fuck, guys? Oh, that bug is still there where you can't grapple after the receipt carpet ride thing. That sucks. What am I talking about? This is the same version of the game I made the video on in the end, so yeah, of course those bugs are still there. Yeah, I feel like it pushes people into this thing where, like, everyone has to think the same way, because it's just easier to group a bunch of people as, like, these are the Sonic fans and this is what they think. These are the Metroid fans and this is what they think. And there's no nuance, there's no actual room for individuality. Because if you deviate from the accepted, like, majority opinion, it's like, what the fuck? Why do you have to think differently? What the hell? Now you're just confusing everyone. It's like, literally, people were doing that with Frontiers of, like, sending shit to Kishimoto. Like, guys, no, we can't send him contradictory things. He'll get confused. He's the fucking director of the game. Like, he should be able to like, weigh in on this stuff and figure out what he agrees with and what he doesn't. Like, the kind of stuff he wants to incorporate in the game. Like, that's what being a creator of something and getting feedback is like, you're taking different viewpoints of different people and trying to consolidate them into, like, okay, which feedback do we want to address, which do we want to ignore, which do we want to, like, kind of combine and fix in an interesting way, you know, like, that's what being a creative person is. And, like, following up on your work, you know? Like, I get comments all the time that are complaining that I'm, like, a classic cuck or whatever, and that I hate everything, and that I'll never be pleased, and that I should, you know, like X and Y more or whatever. And it's like, I just have to decide, like, well, I'm not going to listen to that. But when I would get comments, I don't know, like, maybe more earlier on, of, like, oh, you know, I don't know, like, maybe the editing wasn't as good or something, or, like, the sound mixing wasn't as good, you know, like, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of the things that I improved on with my videos were things that I noticed myself that I wanted to fix. But I'm just saying, you know, like, I might get a thing of, hey, I really like this video, but I think maybe you could have worded this a bit better, or you could have edited this part better. And I go, like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand this criticism and I'm going to take that one to heart. But other ones where it's, you know, you have to pick and choose of, like, what of this do I actually think is valuable? And yes, a big part of it is, yeah, fans infantilizing the developers of the things they like because they actually think they're too stupid to do what they want. And again, if you think that, I don't know, maybe it's kind of telling that the stuff they're making isn't that good if you actually legitimately think they're stupid and you need to explain this stuff to them like babies. To me, that kind of reveals that, like, you actually don't think they're smart or, like, good, you know? You know, oh, we all praise Kishimoto, but then we have to send him videos about, like, hey guys, here's how Sonic's movement works. Like, I don't think you can say that you think he's this genius, but then also have to explain to him how Sonic games are made. I feel like if you're doing that, you're admitting that you don't actually think he's very intelligent at all. No, but I think the game's good. I'm just not realizing that I'm... You know, it was like that whole thing of the way people treated Frontiers before it came out, where they were already talking about... Fuck. They were already talking about, oh, I can't wait to see, like, how the game's gonna be good. Or how the next one's gonna be good. Can't wait to see how they improve on this in the next game. And I'm like, but Frontiers isn't even out. What do you mean? Why would you already be looking forward to the next one? You haven't even played this one. And again, my whole thing was like, if you're saying that, if you're already making judgments about the game where you're like, oh, can't wait to see how they improve it next time, you're implicitly admitting that the game's not very good. Or that you don't think it looks good. Because otherwise, why would you be looking forward to a hypothetical sequel that fixes things if there aren't things to be fixed? Like, it's a very simple observation I made, and people got really mad about that. It's like, no, you're actually coping, like, but you've said this. Like, I don't understand. Never in my life have I been looking forward to a hypothetical sequel of a game, to a game that's not even out yet. You know, like, I want to wait and play the first thing first, and then decide what I think should be improved upon or capped in the next one, you know? Like, it's just such a weird thing. And it fits, you know, it's that typical double standard of, like, you can't criticize it, you haven't played it yet, you can't judge it, but, like, if you're positive, it's fine. If you say you like it before it comes out, that's fine. But then also, like, a lot of those same people can say, here's how this could be better the next time, not realizing that by saying that you're implying that how it is now isn't good enough. Like, it's as simple as that. If there's room for improvement, then it means what we have now isn't the best it can be. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but it just means you're admitting it's not. With my hands. It's not up here, it's down here, you know? Like, just really simple shit. I agree. I have trash opinions. I agree that, yeah, I think that if anything, they probably will just overcorrect a lot for the Frontiers sequel. You don't need to use the whirling wafer at the end of that part? Okay. I'm sure there's a bunch of cool skips you can do. I kind of agree that I think I do think we need a new director for these Sonic games. I don't want to be mean to Kishimoto, but he's really not doing it for me. He hasn't directed a single, like, other than Colors, really, like, he hasn't directed anything I've even remotely liked. You know, be willing to give him a few chances, but he's kind of fumbled every single one of them. And I don't know how much of that is him in particular and how much of that is just a general Sonic team issue, but I'm willing it's a bit of both, but like, surely if you had a better director, you would still get slightly better games, you know? Shit, wasn't looking. Yep. Oh shit, no, we're good. Is there another director who can take charge that won't get bended over by corporate shortcomings? Or get their back bended by corporate shortcomings? Well, that's the tricky part, right? Is like, in a way, all Sonic games, at least nowadays, kind of feel doomed to fail anyway, because they're all gonna be fucked over. But I don't know. Sonic Mania exists. It was still an official Sonic game that was made within like a year and a half or something. It was a really short development time for Sonic Mania. And yes, granted, it's a 2D sprite game. There's less sort of overhead, less like complex work that needs to be done to make a game like that. And you can do it with a smaller team. I do acknowledge that. However, I think Sonic Mania is still proof that like if you just have a team of people that actually know what they're doing and want to make something good. You know, yes, Sega will get in the way. Sega will say you should make all these old levels and shit. And that's probably part of how the game even got made at all. But, like, the game still ended up great, you know? Whereas, I don't know, Sonic Frontiers or whatever, like, there we go. You're gonna have the same issues if you don't have someone who's like trying to. I guess what I'm saying is like I don't have faith that Frontiers would be an amazing game. Not Frontiers 2, but just like Frontiers on its own, as we have it now. I don't really have the faith that Frontiers would have been an amazing game had Sega just given them an extra like. I mean, they already had like 5 years to work on it, right? Like, even if Sega like doubled the team size, doubled or tripled the team size and the budget, gave them a little bit extra time, I don't believe that Frontiers would have become a really great game. I think Frontiers would have still been pretty mediocre. It would have been better. I believe it would have been better. But I don't think it would have magically been amazing. Because I think the vision they have for that game is fundamentally shit. The idea is not bad, but the vision, the execution that they've gone with, I don't know, even if they had extra time, I don't really believe they would have gone like, you know what, let's actually, you know, recreate Sonic's movement from scratch properly. I think they still would have just been like, oh, we'll just use what we've already got, because it was good, right? Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't know, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe if they had a bigger team, they would actually question those things more, but I don't have faith. And I do really think that whatever sequel they make for Frontiers, it will probably be a little bit better. But I don't know, it'll probably be a little bit more stylized, you know, less like photorealistic Unreal assets and shit. Mega scans, but oh come on, no, oh, fuck, no shit. But I still don't think it's going to be a big improvement. I think it'll be a slight improvement. Yeah, Sonic Superstars is another, like, good example, I'd say, where, yeah, like, they probably could have used a bigger budget still and, like, had a bit more time, but what we have still seems, like, pretty, like, feature complete, you know? Like, and it just wasn't very good. Ah, fuck, no! The waterfall got me. Yeah, I don't think they would have magically not tried to rip off Breath of the Wild if they had more time and budget. I think it still would have been a very derivative, boring game. Because I just don't see a lot of creativity coming out of Sonic Team at the moment. And again, I don't know how much of that is in leadership and how much of that is in the actual team. I feel like... I mean, what? Kishimoto's been directing Sonic games... No! Okay, maybe I won't go for the shortcut this time. Kishimoto's been directing Sonic games for like almost 15 years now, right? Like since Secret Rings, Black Knight kind of show. Maybe he might not have been directing. I mean, Colors he definitely directed, right? And Colors is what? 14 years old this year? So he's been doing this for a while. And it's like still not good. And yeah, it's all trend chasing. Like Colors was already seen as like the Mario Galaxy ripoff thing, and then they followed that up with Lost World, which was even more blatant, like trying to rip off Mario. Forces is just bland nothing, trying to like rip off their own games, basically. Like, oh, let's just do Generations again. But worse. And try to put in like the custom OC stuff, because we know Sonic fans on DeviantArt like to do that. Oh, I don't think I even needed to pull that crank thing. No, I got it. Like, yeah, I don't think it's just you get rid of the shitty, like, budgets and that fixes everything. I really do think it's the actual creative direction of the games is still just shit. Why is it when it's the sticks it doesn't let me, like, fail it? It's weird. Did Heroes rip off anything? Don't know about that. The trend chasing started more with Shadow, I think. Well, no, it was always there. Like Big the Cat and Gamma and shit were like put into Sonic Adventure because like, oh, we want something that's like fishing, or we want a Sonic thing that like shoots because Sonic fans want it, and we don't actually want to put that in the game, but we'll do it anyway and just make up a new thing for it. Which, granted, is a better solution than a game like Shadow the Hedgehog, I think, but still. The trend chasing, yeah, I think really started with Shadow, though. You know, Secret Rings and Black Knight are just like, oh, we need to make a Wiimote waggle cash in, you know, kind of thing, because everyone's doing it. And yeah, Colors was very much like we need our own Mario power-up kind of game. Because Mario is popular and this game's on the Wii and we want to get Mario fans. Sonic Lost World was the same thing. And even, you know, like Generations and Sonic 4 and stuff, they're still cashing in on the big, like, nostalgia throwback stuff of that time. Like the WiiWare days, like the rise of indie games and stuff. Your kind of Mega Man 11s and all the, Mega Man 9, sorry. And like Super Meat Boy and what's the other one? Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name. The little Metroidvania one. Where you're playing as characters who are named after like brackets. Curly and Quote or whatever. Why am I forgetting the game's name? It's on my like wish list. I never played it though. There's another one of those indie, not Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was a little bit later, but yeah, still that sort of Cave Story, yeah. that whole indie throwback sort of era was why we got games like Sonic 4 and probably Generations as well. Fuck. You know, bringing back classic Sonic and old levels and stuff was like, oh, nostalgia's in right now. Then they never stopped doing that because Generations was a success. How awesome is it that Sonic Rumble has the same levels again? Granted, it's a spin-off. I don't mind as much. It's a little mobile game spin-off, but still. Come the fuck on. Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary, Planet Wisp, like all the same level themes they've been using in spin-offs and like even the main games like Frontiers and Forces and stuff forever. Yeah, I remember Sonic 4's marketing. Oh, why can't I fuck these up? Oh, there we go. Okay. Starlight Carnival's also in All-Stars Racing Transformed. Which, you know, from colors and stuff, so it's still the exact same level themes over and over and over. Yeah, Dream Team, I included it in the video, in the 3D stagnation video thing with Sonic, but I don't think Dream Team was like a masterpiece or anything. I don't think it was amazing, but it was like a good first step, you know? Like, it felt like more of a step forward for 3D Sonic, fundamentally, than Frontiers did. Or at least in terms of control. I mean, maybe you could say Frontiers is more of a step forward for level design, just because it is, like, open more. But, I don't know. Level design in Frontiers is still so fucking automated and jank. I think I had a weird bug with this boss as well. Maybe, I think it was after I beat him, where like it did that thing where the victory screen, like Penny's kind of bugging out in the water and stuff. Yeah, these bosses are kind of, eh. Yeah, that's true. Being open doesn't make it better. Yeah, if anything, the only thing that is like the good first step for Frontiers is just the fact that at least it's like kind of 3D again, where I can actually run around a bit. But it's more of like, yeah, the idea rather than the actual execution. It's like, oh, it's good that they kind of tried, but not that they did it well. Hishimoto initially worked for Sammy, overseeing pachinko games, and following the Sega merger, he found himself interested in Sonic, so let him join Sonic Team. I think I remember hearing that too, yeah. I don't know if Sonic still has ideas you can't find anywhere else. It used to. But now every Sonic game just feels like what everyone else is doing. Unless that's what you meant. Technically inept, I hope you enjoy it. It's a very good game. I would hope your laptop can run it. It's not a super crazy, hectic game, like visually or anything. Can I do a little like kind of. It's a very narrow half pipe to try and ride up. Do a little skip here. Oh. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, shit. Too soon. It's trying to jump up, like, wall jump onto it. No. Wish there was a way to make the camera 2D. I think there is actually a way to move the camera, because even though I use the right stick for the yo-yo, I think there is a way to move the camera. I just don't remember. Oh, it's the D-pad. Yeah, you can actually move the camera, but not a lot, so it's kind of pointless. Do I like Mario Odyssey? I think Mario Odyssey is very good. There's a lot of great movement stuff. I'm not a big fan of like how kind of copy and paste a lot of it is, and like just the amount of superfluous moons. Like going for 100% in that game is not very fun. But just playing it through with the movement and stuff I think is really good. I mean, the bosses suck. For the most part anyway. I think I remember the brutals being okay, because you can kind of do clever things to like skip over their phases a bit more. But in general, it's just like, yeah, the core level platforming stuff is fun, but going for 100% is not worth it. It's just way too much filler shit. Nope. Hold on. Yeah, I have never been one of those people that thinks Sonic can never work in 3D. I mean, 3D, all these 3D Sonic fan games are proof that that's not true, you know? Like, Sonic can absolutely work great in 3D. It's just whether or not they bother to implement any of those ideas officially, you know? It's up to them. It's up to Sega, it's up to Sonic Team. Yeah. Sonic's campaign in SA1 is proof Sonic can work in 3D. I mean, it works. I don't think it's great, but it's fine. Alright. Shut up, garbage truck. Get the... Oh, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. Oh, never mind. No, come on. Okay, fine. I'll do it your way. Yeah, Sonic and SA1, I think, yeah, it's kind of the bare minimum. To be honest, it's less than the bare minimum, if you ask me. Like, I still enjoy it, but as I said in the video, it really just is, like, the spin dash, and that's it. If you get rid of the spin dash jump, Sonic in SA1 is like pretty shit. And obviously you don't need to think about removing the spin dash because like it's there, it's in the game. I'm just saying that like that is the only thing that holds it together for me. Oh. Ow. Who needs the candle when you can do that? Never mind. Nope. Nope. Oh well. I need to replay Bowser's Fury. I played it when it came out. Haven't gone back to it. Like, I finished it. I think I even 100% of it. I don't remember. Although, I don't know, I remember it didn't run very well. Or, like, the resolution was, like, really shit all the time, so maybe that would be a replay on emulator or replay on, like, Switch 2 kind of thing. Is there anything, like... Sorry about the sniffling. Is there anything confirmed for... Ah, shit. For this year that's, like, worth being excited about? Like, games coming out this year for sure, because I'm trying to think, like, other than a couple indie things that I've backed on Kickstarter, which I don't even think they're coming out this year. Like I've backed like the Big Catch. Is it Paper Sky, the game made by the Crumble devs, like with the paper airplanes? That got funded. I think Roboto was another like little sort of puzzle platformer thing, like a frog that I backed a while ago. I don't think any of those are coming out soon, but like, other than maybe Hollow Knight Silksong, I'm trying to think of like what actually else is coming out this year. Oh, sorry, Sonata Generations. Yeah, of course. What the fuck? Ugh. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what games are there? Because I'm really looking forward to, like, the game news stuff. You know, we're almost in June, so it's almost what used to be E3 time. I hope there's some good shit, but I'm just kind of... I'm a little hesitant. Of like, what even is there, like, this year? No. I was like half watching, I was looking at the chat as well. Yeah, I'd like to try the Yakuza games eventually, but I don't know if they'd be my thing. Not into RPGs. Oh, shit. No. Oh my god. Go up. Go up. Oh, fuck. No, we're good. Yeah, I don't know, after playing games like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, like, it's really hard for me to go back to anything not as good as that. And especially not as, like, fast-paced, either. I struggle with slower-paced combat. I mean, I can tolerate it in, like, a Dark Souls kind of thing, but fuck. There's still a reason I like Sekiro more. Don't do that. Are the Dark Souls games worth it? I mean, like, worth the money or the time? Because I mean, they go on sale every now and then. I enjoyed Dark Souls more than I thought I would. I still have my issues. I don't know if you've watched King Kobe. I don't know if you've watched my video on roguelikes, Deadlink. What's it called? Critique on Deadlink and the roguelike genre, I think. It was from last year. I talked about Dark Souls in that video. I talk about a lot of stuff in that video. Which I really like how that video came out, but I understand why it hasn't done very well, because like it's got all these like little interesting nuggets of info in it and like criticism that I really like, and I'm glad I put them in. But it's like buried in a video about a game that like is not very relevant to my channel, so a lot of people aren't going to watch it. I think they're still doing more updates to Deadlink as well. Wouldn't be against seeing what they like, but I really, in terms of shooters, all I really want to be getting back to is just playing more Doom Eternal again. I want to do, there's a couple master levels I never finished. I'd like to play them again. I was almost considering doing that on a stream as well, but Doom is so fucking like, because I play on Nightmare. I can't play on anything lower than Nightmare difficulty. So it might be a little, a lot of me dying, probably, because I haven't played in a while. There's supposed to be a new Doom game getting announced at the Xbox showcase, I think. Doom the Dark Ages was the leaked name. If it's still like Hugo directing it, then I'm interested. I know he said that after Eternal they were thinking of doing something a little different, because Eternal was like insanely fast. They kind of want to make a game that's maybe like not as fast, which kind of scares me a bit, where I'm like, oh no, but like the speed was what made it so good. But I don't know, I'll see. Would I do a review of Ultra Kill once it's out of early access? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's another one of those games where I feel like I would need to invest a lot of time into it. Like just getting really good at it and doing like cool, crazy moves and shit, because that's part of like giving feedback to a game like that, is at least knowing what it's capable of. Like, you can't complain about being too simple if you haven't actually tried like the advanced mechanics, you know, like, and usually the fun is like playing it in the way where you're doing all, you know, you're flipping the coin and then like shooting the laser fucking cannon like off the coin to bounce on the enemies and launching them in the air and punching them and stuff, like, so I think you know, those kind of games, it was like Bayonetta 3, I had to play like 80 hours of that game, I think, by the time the video was done, because I just needed to get a feel for like the advanced shit. And even then, you know, still a very simple understanding of like the depth of that combat. Right, I always forget you gotta get coins in this. They don't make that very clear. I almost mentioned that in the video, of how like confusing it is when you first play this boss. That you're like supposed to be getting coins to win, not just racing to the end. It's very unclear, because unless you're looking at that little thing at the bottom, you know, all I'm looking at is my little like head next to Puppet Penny's head to know that like I'm actually in front, because it's a race, right? But the coin thing, I'm not really like looking at that, because when has that ever been a thing in like a race game, you know? This is another really good song. Reminds me of the remix of Sand Ocean in Team Sonic Racing. The one that goes, yeah, yama ya, hooba. No, come on. Go up. There was a big bug in this race when it came out as well, where if you died, it wouldn't like respawn you properly. Someone's gonna use that clip to cancel you? What clip? What did I say? I already forgot. What, the Sand Ocean like opening? I don't know, is there like a truck going. Yeah, is that like an actual thing? Like, I don't know what they what they based that from. Is that like an Ocarina of Time thing where they used like actual religious chants in the background music? Because I've never heard anyone talk about that before. Yeah, Sand Hill, not Sand Ocean. Sand Ocean's SA2. Yeah. Sand Hill, the one where you go on the snowboard with tails. Thoughts on the new Call of Duty game coming out? I've never played a Call of Duty game in my life. Ah, I don't care. Yeah, she's got some pretty fucking wide thighs. Interesting choice to make Penny never speak herself, like even though it's all just text, anyway. How many more worlds is it? Okay. Yeah, cool. Alright. Oh, shut up, fire... garbage truck. The music in this next level, I think, is another very popular one. I forget the name. Forget the name of it. If I saw it, I would be like, yes, that one, but I forget the name off the top of my head. This song. Why do I keep hearing Frontiers in the background? What? Oh, the garbage truck. I get it. I am very curious when they're finally gonna release the trailer for Sonic 3. The movie, of course, not the game. You get that's the worst thing now. If you want to Google like Sonic 2, the game, you just get Sonic 2, the movie. It's like fucking lame. Yeah, I am just like again. I'm not gonna see it, and you know I don't really want to support a studio that is like funding Israel. Yeah, it's just like odd that they haven't shown anything of it yet, publicly anyway. I guess it's just a matter of just waiting until the right time, because like the movie's coming out in like what, December? Like it's not that far away now. You usually get a trailer for these big fucking, you know, shitty blockbuster movies. You usually get trailers of them pretty early. This is a good song. I love the big, funky, jazzy solos. That's why I can't fucking stop listening to T-Square all the time. Yeah. Oh, shit. Wait. Okay, hold on. No, go up. Okay, there we go. Have I played the Jurassic Park Telltale game? I've played a little bit of it. I think around the time it came out, or a few years afterwards, like I just watched a whole playthrough of it on YouTube. Which is why I hadn't played it, because I was like, this looks like shit. I played a little bit of it last year at Steve's house, as like a joke, because it was all, last year when I was there, it was during Jurassic Park's 30th anniversary, so it was kind of like the big thing. It was like, whoa, Jurassic Park, let's do all this Jurassic Park stuff. And like we saw it we got to see Jurassic Park played at the Universal Studios Cinema, not on the 30th anniversary, but the day before the anniversary, because the actual 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park was on the same day as Sonic Revolution last year. So we couldn't go that day, of course, because we were busy. But yeah, we just like to fuck around at one point. We were like, let's download the Telltale game off Steam, and I'll play it for a bit. And I was like, this fucking sucks. I've never been a fan of Telltale's games. The Back to the Future one as well is not good. I have played that one. They're just so boring. Like, I don't mind a more kind of point and click feeling narrative game. That's fine. But I just don't think they're done very well. And the actual stories kind of suck. Yeah. Yep. Okay, hold on. Shortcut. Oh, no. Ah! They're waiting for the Sonic Movie 3 trailer to drop before they drop the trailer for Sonado Generations. Well, they're not doing the... I don't think they're going to show more of Sonado until that panel at Anime Expo, which also, if I really wanted to, I could go to that in person, because I will still be in LA when that's on. But I've heard bad things about Anime Expo, and I don't really want to go there just for this one Sonic panel about like a game that's probably not even going to be that good, you know. Like, I don't really care. I'll get my Sonic fix from Sonic Revolution, probably, you know. So, I don't know, I feel like they're not showing off more of Sonado until that, right? Okay, let's try a bit more of a... yeah. The smell, by any chance? What? The smell of Sonic fans? Is that what you mean? I only had a quick glance at the chat, and I didn't see if there was any context before that. I watched a YouTuber called Nitro Rad. I saw that, yes, he'd made a Penny video, and I watched a bit of it, because I think I saw people talking about it a bit. I like the message he was trying to go... what the fuck? He was trying to go for at the end of that video, of saying, like, you know, it sucks that we can't really expect to get, like, a good 3D Sonic game that plays the way we want it to. But at least if you look in the indie space, you know, there's a lot of games just like it that are giving you basically what you want, you know, what you're asking for. And I agree with that. He did make a thing, though, where he said, like, you know, the reason these games were good wasn't just because of, like, the characters in them, but because they were, like, good games, which I mostly agree with. However, I do think, you know, Sonic as an example, his design is so good and his world is so good that, like, there's a reason people would prefer to just have good Sonic games instead of needing to get, like, an indie game that kind of, you know, plays and, like, sort of looks like Sonic. It would be nicer to just have a good Sonic game, because the character design and the world design of Sonic is so good. Part of what we want is all of that in one. We don't want it to have to be like, okay, we have to make up some new character and, like, a new world that doesn't look as interesting, and then make it play like Sonic. It would be nice to have these all cohesively together. But I do also agree that, like, if you actually care about this gameplay, you should be looking for alternative, you know, places of it, and not just what's Sonic doing. You should look outside of that and go, oh, look, this game's doing what I actually want. Cool, I'm gonna play that. Design-wise, do I prefer classic or modern Sonic? I think you already know the answer to that question. Allow me to turn my camera 90 degrees and show you my room. Show you my office with my classic Sonic fucking merchandise everywhere. I mean, there's modern Sonic stuff as well. You know, even the wall behind me with all my prints, it's actually mostly modern Sonic stuff. I still like modern Sonic, design-wise anyway, most of the time, in, like, more the adventure style, not really the the current modern Sonic. I don't really like that. But like on paper, I don't really mind that much which design it is. I just still have a preference to classic. I just like the simplicity of it. Especially like when you read those new like IDW classic Sonic books, like the artwork in those is so good. Like that new Fang book, I've only seen a little bit of it, but like goddamn, it looks nice. I want to read that one. Try and get the trade paperback when it comes out. Go up! Oh. The end of that video definitely rubbed me the wrong way. Oh fuck, sorry. There's so many artists who work on creating a visual identity through character design, world building, music. Yeah, I agree. I don't think like he was trying to discredit that stuff. Because like I got what he meant. But yeah, I do think it's a little harsh to say that like, yeah, you can just take, oh, okay. That you can just take these concepts and just put like a different character on it and it's still like exactly as good as it was before. I don't agree with that. I think you still need that aesthetic charm that Sonic has. Or you need to do something else that has its own aesthetic charm, right? Like, I don't think Bayonetta would be as good as it is if we just slapped some random other character on it and changed all the music and, got rid of those non-gameplay elements that help make it feel distinct. And so yeah, while I do completely agree that like, yes, we should be looking at the indie space, we shouldn't just be waiting around for the day they finally make a good 3D Sonic game, because it probably won't ever happen, or we gotta wait for a long time. You should be looking outside of Sonic, but also there's no reason not to go like, hey, I would like this in an actual Sonic game. I want those designs and that world and that music. If I remember correctly, a voice actor told her fans to wash themselves before going to a convention she's in. That sounds right. I'd believe that. I don't remember if there was like a really bad smell at Sonic Rev. I think there might have been a few times I could smell a bit of that like BO kind of, oh, you have not used deodorant. Your sweat is like just very strong. No, I don't think Sonic fans know how to shower. Sonic Jam design is nice. I don't really like the idea though that that like classic Sonic isn't cool, and like modern Sonic's when he became cool. I'm kind of like, no, Sonic was like always cool, man. Like the classic designs have a good mix of like cute charm appeal, but also being like a genuinely cool looking design. I don't see why the modern designs need to be like, oh, these are the cool ones because they made them like taller and like a little bit edgier. I don't agree with that. I think that's dumb. But when we're talking like that early kind of adventure era, for characters like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles who didn't get a huge change, so, not counting like Eggman and Amy who did get a big redesign, just those like main cast, I'm pretty interchangeable with like which style they go with. I don't really care that much, but I still have a preference for classic Sonic. And I think I said this in like the last stream or the Sonic Mania stream or something. It's like part of the reason that I like classic Sonic more is it's usually a lot more consistent outside of something like a Superstars. With classic Sonic, I feel like I know what I'm getting more. Modern Sonic, I have no fucking idea. Whoops. Something that was mentioned in the Stagnation of 3D Sonic video, I don't care much for turning classic Sonic into a cute version of Sonic. The comic seems to be the only place he has edge. Yeah, recently, yeah. I think I kind of agree with that. I think the Mania stuff did a good job at making him cute, but also still kind of having that cool factor. Like the Mania opening, Sonic is still like a cool character in that, but he also has that kind of cute, sort of aloof, cartoony appeal where he's like getting chased by the heavy gunner and stuff. Anything up here? No. Oh shit. I don't have the magnet. Give me that. Give me that. I think this song is probably one of the only ones in the game where I'm like, yeah, not really a big fan of this one. It's fine. It's kind of like a Titanic Monarch to me, you know, where it's like, nah, it serves its purpose, but as a song on its own, I don't really want to listen to it. Buying 3D Sonic games now is another version of gambling. Shit. No. Oh, that would have been so cool. Yeah, Mania's great. Do I think the modern Sonic aesthetic is bad? That depends, because even modern Sonic is in, like, eras, you know? Like, I don't hate the Adventure... Adventure I don't mind too much. Adventure 2 is a little bit too much towards the realism. Heroes I really like. But, like... I don't know, the overall modern aesthetic, in quotes... How far in the... Oh, I can finish this tonight. I'm mostly through it already. It's only a couple more worlds, I think. Yeah, the modern aesthetic is, like, kind of case by case. That's the thing. It's like, I can say I love the classic aesthetic because the classic aesthetic is, like, pretty consistent. There's degrees of, like, how surreal it gets or how natural and sort of more realistic it gets, you know? Sonic 3 is more... is like closer to a Sonic Adventure kind of pseudo-realistic look than some of the other games. But the classic look still has a pretty defined kind of style and tone. Whereas modern Sonic is like, what do you mean? Like, do you like Sonic Heroes? Do you like Sonic Frontiers? You know, like complete polar opposites visually. And music as well, like music's all over the place. But classic Sonic music has a sound. Again, it's eclectic, but it still has like a pretty defined sound. Modern Sonic is, you know, like I love the music of Adventure 1, Unleashed, that kind of stuff, but not Frontiers, you know, really, or like Forces and that kind of stuff. Oh shit. No. Shit. Ah. Oh. Nope. Nope, we're good. Okay. I don't care. Imagine how interesting it would be to just, like, get to hear what, like, firsthand from, like, the Mania team or some of the IDW crew, like, the shit they have to go through working with Sega, like, what the specific direction is that they get from Sega and Sonic Team. I'd be so curious to find that out. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not saying they should come out and tell us. I'm just saying it would be so interesting to hear those things if, you know, if we could. Shit. At least you can skip the QTs. I still think they shouldn't have been in the game at all, but at least you can just skip them. I think the movies get away with it because they're so distinctly a separate thing. And to be honest, I don't think Sega has the confidence as a company to tell a film's production studio like Paramount what to do. I think they see it as more like, oh, well, you guys just do what you want because we don't want to get in your way, haha. Like, you have our brand and you can just do what the fuck you want with it, I guess. And I think that's why they're so hands off with it, in comparison to the games, anyway. You know. Yeah, I don't really like this boss. Well, I don't really like any of them. But this one in particular, I remember not enjoying. Music's good though. Ah, fuck. No, 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 no. I don't even know how you're supposed to avoid that. Oh, and thing's gone. Oh, okay. I guess I can just, like, jump off the edge a little bit. No! No! Ah. Yeah, I don't really know what is going on in this one. You're just waiting for the magnet to appear, and then when he does this, you just dash away. Give me that. Over here. It's really aliasing around the edge of that star graphic. Yeah, bosses, I feel like they really didn't need to put them in this game. You know, they could have just not had them, but it's just kind of like expected that you have bosses in a platformer. Is that it? Okay. Well, that's good. Comics take priority over blockbuster movies that make way more money. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm saying that the comics is like a more direct collaboration with Sega, you know? And they want to make the comics, you know, kind of like feel canon and congruous with the games, right? The movies, they clearly don't. And I think it's because with the comics, like, oh yeah, we can, you know, put some insight into that. Whereas with the movies, again, like, I really feel like they just don't want to have to fuck with Paramount. They're like, no, 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 oh, yeah, you want to make Sonic live in a town with a cop? Yeah, sure, guys. You know what you're doing. Because the game industry is not taken as seriously as the film industry. So when a bunch of film producers are like, we think Sonic should be in a small town with a cop, but then Sega just has to be like, yep. That's just, I don't know, that's how I see it in my mind. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying that that's the impression that I get. I don't think they would even bother to tell them what to do. Now, Nintendo can do that with the Mario movie, because Nintendo is like actually a big deal, who are like taken seriously. You know, people know Nintendo, they know the quality Nintendo sets, they know the brand like integrity that Nintendo has. Sonic doesn't have that, and Sega doesn't have that. Sega doesn't even make consoles anymore, you know, like, whereas Nintendo, even if you don't give a fuck about Mario, like, they made the Switch, and like, you probably have a Switch, or your kids have a Switch or whatever, so like, you're gonna take them seriously. And you know that like the Mario movie is going to make money. And granted, the Sonic movie is, you know, going to make money as well, but I feel like they know that Sonic is so fucked they can just do whatever they want with it and make the most boring, generic baby movie possible, and people will still see it. I do hope, though, that maybe after the Mario movie, Sega thinks like, oh shit, maybe we should have like actually tried, and we could have made something kind of good. Not that I think the Mario movie's good, but like, it's at least, you know, kind of a Mario movie, sort of. Although that might also be its biggest problem, because Mario doesn't really have a narrative, and in the movie they didn't bother putting in a narrative either. Now there's like that live-action Zelda movie as well. Oh yeah, and there's like that Zelda Lego set that looks really cool. Very expensive. I mean, I'm kind of used to that, but even that one though, I was like, whoa, this is all right. I'm gonna go over here. 300 US for that. I was kind of like, oh, I thought this was gonna be like 200, 150, like 300 US for that is a bit of an arse. That Deku Tree set. But now they've done that, when am I getting my Metroid Lego set? When am I getting my Samus spaceship, gunship thing? The one that was on Lego Ideas years ago that got the 10,000 supporters, but Lego didn't make it. I am still so curious what they're gonna do for Sonic Movie 3. Where the whole story is about like, yeah, how the police are bad and the government and stuff, and like how they killed Maria and everything, and now they're after Sonic. And in the movie universe, Sonic has a cop dad who was a cop, and Sonic's dad. Just really curious how they're gonna play that out. They're probably, I almost guarantee they're going to make it like, guys, you know, Gun wasn't that bad. You know, they were trying. They just made a little mistake. They just accidentally shot a child and wiped out everyone else on the ark. It was an accident. You know, people can make mistakes. Not all cops, guys. I really expect something like that. That's, you know, assuming they even go through with the like, Gun actually being the bad guys thing at all, you know? Because they were in the second one, right? But I don't really remember them, like, doing that much. They were trying to, like, catch Sonic for some reason. Look, I'm just saying, the whole thing in Sonic Adventure 2 is that Sonic's being chased by the police, right? Sonic's dad in the movies is a cop, and they're adapting SA2. How the fuck's that gonna work? That's my question. They probably won't draw a lot of attention to it, no, but I'm just saying, like, how are they going to handle it? Are they just gonna try and skirt around it? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I forget her actress's name, but yeah, Jane from Breaking Bad is supposed to be on. What the fuck? That's weird. Imagine going from Breaking Bad to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I mean, obviously she's done other stuff, but just, you know, very interesting. Yeah, that's what the story should be. It should be like Sonic finds out that Tom the cop is evil. Or that, like, or at the very least Tom realizes that, like, maybe police officers aren't in a very just, like, system in the world, you know? And then he's like, oh, maybe I don't want to be a cop anymore. Yeah, they were fugitives, I guess, that's true. Yeah, Shadow's definitely gonna have a bunch of, like, edgy, recognizable fucking pop rock music. Because, you know, who needs new, interesting compositions or, you know, like actual Sonic music when you can have... Fuck. When you can have licensed pop songs. Fuck! Oh, it still does that thing where, like, the yo-yo doesn't come out when you try to ride too close to the surface. Okay. Yeah, no Amy's gonna be weird. Like, if they're really not going through with having Amy in it. And I don't really see Amy being, like, a huge post-credits reveal either, you know? Not on the same level as, like, just having Tails in the first one. Because they literally only had Sonic in it before. And then having Knuckles at the end of the second one. I'm also very curious if they're gonna find a way to, like, write out Jim Carrey of the role, because I don't think he wants to do it forever. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, they'll have that fucking other, yeah, Wade cop guy be like, Shadow, oh, this isn't what Maria wanted. Like, he'll be the guy fucking delivering the speech. I can absolutely see that happening. Shadow kills Eggman. I mean, they've already said they want to keep making more of these fucking movies. Oh, shit. Yeah, because how old's Jim Carrey now? He's, like, he's up there, right? It's probably, like, he's got to be at least in his 60s. Surely. I'm guessing, like, almost 70s, if not already in his 70s. I do wonder, though, yeah, how they would keep doing Sonic stuff without Eggman. But they could, I don't know, they could have him, like, make Metal Sonic or something, then Metal Sonic sticks around, like, after Eggman's quote-unquote gone. I don't know if they'd kill him, they'd probably, like, fucking banish him to another planet again or something, or another dimension. Fuck. Yeah, they probably do want it to be the next Transform. Well, I guess a more kid-friendly Transformers, but Transformers was already selling to kids anyway. As in, like, the movies, the Bay movies, even though they were not really appropriate for kids, they were definitely already made to appeal to kids. Or they were made knowing that kids would be watching them anyway. Fucking garbage truck, man. Oh shit. It doesn't matter. No. I also just want a fully animated Marziplanet Sonic movie. That's all I want. CGI Jim Carrey. Oh, he's 62. Is that how old he is? Okay. Yeah, so he's not like... He's not so old that he can't keep doing it for a while, but like... Be getting to a point where it's not... It's not worth it. I don't remember... I mean, again, I don't think any of the bosses are good. I don't remember this one being very good. Fucking hell. So I have to take this, and I think I break the... He's really well animated, though. That little bit. Yeah, put some good polish into these animations in particular. Ah! No. Just trying to break it. Oh, I guess I already did. Okay. Never mind. Wait, what? No, okay. Mephiles? No way. I mean, people are saying like they're gonna have silver, and I'm kind of like, nah, sorry guys, I don't see that happening. Silver is not a recognizable enough character for the parents to go, oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, I know that one. Shadow is. Shadow is insanely popular. Silver is not. I want that. No, okay. Fucking hell. Yeah, this little platforming shit with the yo-yo is kind of annoying. Oh, I just take it from there. Cool. Be nice if it actually hit when I tried to hit it. What? Okay. Sure, you could argue that they could make a character like Silver popular by having him in the movies, but I don't really think that's their goal with these. The Sonic movies are doing well, they're not doing that well. Princess Elise cameo. The Sonic movies are still banking themselves off recognizable imagery, but not a lot of recognizable imagery. Just enough that people go, oh, I know that thing. Yeah, I'll go see that. But the bare minimum, basically. And yeah, Silver is too obscure of a character, I think. Silver, Blaze, all that kind of stuff there's not enough there. Chaotix, you know, like they're not going to do that, not for a while. There would have to be, the movies would have to be so successful that they can start reaching out to some of those other more obscure characters. Just fucking break it. Well, yeah, and a character like Silver and some of those more obscure ones, I think you have to put in more work to make those unfamiliar with them actually, like, care or know what's going on. Tails and Knuckles, everyone's like, oh, I already know them. You know, they can put in a little bit of... Oh, it's doing this again. Okay. Same bug. Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, you know, people kind of already know. You can just sort of put them in, and yeah, you can explain it a bit, but you don't have to do too much for people to be like, oh, I already know the character, whatever. And the more obscure ones you get, you actually have to try, I think. Didn't Tyson say something about doing a presentation where they connected the Babylon Rogues to the owl people in the movies already? You know, nice that he's thinking about it. I don't know if the actual people making the movies are thinking about it, though. I mean, I don't know how much involvement he has in the background of that stuff. I could ask him at Sonic Revolution, because he should be there. I mean, even then, with the whole Sonic movie audience stuff, it's kind of an endless contradiction where, like, fans get really excited when another recognizable Sonic character, you know, or location or music, whatever, like, enters the movies. But then they also say, like, well, it doesn't have to be like the games, guys. It doesn't actually have to be like the games at all. We want it to be completely different and... like, unrelated to Sonic for some reason. Don't really understand why, so it's like, okay, so you want it to be completely different from the established brand that you already like, which is the reason you like the movies anyway. But also, you still want more things from the original games to come into the movies. Which one is it? Ah! It's that, like, constant, like, criticism deflection thing where you go, like, I don't like how the Sonic movies are nothing like the games. And it's like, well, fuck you, they're supposed to be completely different for some reason, I guess. But then also everyone gets excited when they actually include things from Sonic. So again, I'm like, well, what is it? Ah. No. This track's really good. Ah. I remember the final boss being a bit, like, janky as well. I mean, duh, but, like, even jankier than the other ones. Interested to see if I run into any of the same bugs again. Oh, shit. Ugh. Oh, the Knuckles... yeah, I mean, that's a good example, right? Yeah, it's like... with the Knuckles show, I kind of felt like they finally stripped back just enough of the Sonic shit where people realized this is not Sonic at all. You know, that's kind of my theory of why everyone hated the Knuckles show, but they tolerated or liked the movies. Was because they could, like, kind of pretend the movies were actually like Sonic, you know? But then the Knuckles show comes along. Granted, I haven't even seen it, because I don't care. The Knuckles show comes along and they're finally like, oh, this sucks. And from my perspective, I'm like, yeah, this is the same as all the other Sonic movie things. It's just less, even less of the Sonic elements. It's just putting a spotlight on them. And I think that really is the key to why the Sonic movies do well, is like, as long as Sonic is in it, as long as you can point at the screen and say, look, it's Sonic, then they'll tolerate it. But the moment you do the same thing but just remove even more of the Sonic stuff, then people suddenly are like, oh, this sucks. Yeah, I have not watched it. We were going to watch it just over a Discord call when it came out, just to like laugh at it, see how bad it was, but then we couldn't be bothered. Wasn't worth it. Shit. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Oh, stay on. No. Oh, I thought I could have ridden that around. I didn't mean to stay on it that long. Yes, I believe there is a mention of the whole, not a direct mention, but like an obvious thing where Knuckles is with like a Jewish family, and they say like, oh yeah, you know, Knuckles, yeah, our tribe had like bad things happen to us too. Oh, like we were all like, they tried to like wipe us out as well. I just think like, oh, okay, weird choice to compare Knuckles to the Holocaust, but all right. No, really, it just acts as a solid wall. And again, considering the current, you know, other genocide happening at the moment, that and the fact that Paramount, you know, we all know that they support it, felt a little bit telling that was included in the show. Oh my god, the movie characters in the games, fuck off. The day that happens, that Sonic Frontiers 2, Tom the Cop, oh hey Sonic, wanna use my gun? Oh shit, right. Nope. Ah. I'm glad they patched those spinning wheel things. Initially they'd spun like really slowly. Yeah, watch Frontiers 2 be like, alright guys, here's all the IDW stuff that's canon now. Also, here's all like the movie shit. You know, here's Archie shit. Here's Sonic the Comic. Here's like just Sonic Boom. I just put fucking everything. I know they kind of already did Sonic Boom because they mentioned Styx for no reason. Yeah, I'm not planning on seeing Sonic Movie 3. At least, you know, not officially. I already mentioned on here, semi-accidentally, I think, that that I almost got to work on Sonic 3, actually, in the visual effects side of it. I think it would have been making assets, but didn't end up coming through. So it wasn't something I was actively applying for. It was like something that just could have maybe come our way. Ah! And you know, it would have been cool to be like, oh, I worked on an official Sonic thing, funny, even though I fucking hate the movies. I would have liked just to have opened up like the shot grid page, which for those unfamiliar is shot grid's like a website kind of thing you use in like animation VFX to track like all your shots, all your assets, all your tasks and stuff. So you can watch like you can basically watch like the full movie on shot grid and go through like concept art and all that stuff. So that's basically what I just wanted to do, is just look through all of the like fucking the files and be like, ooh, what have they like done? What's the concept art like? You know, what's the... I'm guessing the Space Colony Ark's gonna be in it. So like, what does that look like? Do they have like references from the games they're following at all? You know, can I see like Tyson's notes anywhere? That would have been really cool, but didn't get to. And you know, if I did get to do any of that, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to say any of it, you know. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about, oh guys, here's all the stuff I found. Like, that would be all under NDA. Come on, no, let me up. Yeah. When you get the roll on the waves just right, like just the right angle to get a ton of speed, it's very fun. Ah, shit. Like that, kind of. How long is this game on an average playthrough? If you're getting all like the gear things and doing the like townspeople little like side mission things, that'll probably make it a bit longer, but I'd say it's overall, fuck, on like a first playthrough casual, I don't know, you're probably looking at like maybe 5-6 hours, I would guess. It's not super long. I mean, the music of this level is a remix of the theme from the first level, if that means anything. I wouldn't mind some of the IDW characters being in the games, but I just want to be careful with how much they're pushing the sort of, yeah, crossover stuff of it. Oh, my Metroid Dread Emmy robot, like, Figma is on its way. It's cool. The one that I fucking forgot I already had on pre-order, so I just, while I'm like, oh, I just gotta save my money, you gotta be careful, then I get an email like, thanks for the $200 for your fucking Figma, and I'm like, oh shit. This is another great song. Ow. I think Surge is a cool character, but I just, the way they actually, like, used her in the narrative of the... Oh, okay. Of the comic, I was getting a bit sick of her. It was just, every issue was her fighting Sonic again, or fighting whoever else, and I was just like, okay, I'm getting pretty bored of this. Music Plant? Yeah, it's kind of like Music Plant. I can see the similarities. Don't know if I can skip this zipline. Yeah, the Riders stuff happening in IDW at the moment looks kind of cool. The artwork's really nice. I think it's by Digiman, who will also be at Sonic Revolution. I'm very looking forward to meeting him. And hopefully buying a print or two if I can afford it. I think I can. Especially if I'm going to be back at work next week. What the fuck? No, oh, come on. Trying to do too many cool tricks. Ah. Any ideas on how much the prints are at Rev? I'm not sure how much we'll be able to bring. So last year, I want to say most of the ones I got were maybe like on average 15 US each. It depends on size, and obviously like different artists have different prices. Pretty sure 15, maybe 20 US each per print, but I'm not certain on that. Ugh, wait, no, go back up. There we go. Yeah. No, no. Oh my god. Get me out of here. Am I stuck? No, okay. Is there a checkpoint here? Never mind. Right, because it's the end of the fucking level. Imagine this game had fall damage. Fuck that. If I really wanted, I could probably go back through my like transactions on my phone, go back to June last year, and then find like Sonic Rev there, and then find out how much they were. I mean, some people might have raised their prices as well. I don't know, but that I would say on average you're probably looking at around 15 US per print. I don't think I'm going to get as many prints as I did last year this time, just, you know, money, and also, like, I don't even know where I'd put them all, because I've got so many up already. Oh shit, no! Oh. Fuck it, what? Was I getting stuck on the tree or the pole there? There we go. That was weird. I hate the little, like, dinging sound that the those, like, invisible dish things, like, make in this level, because you can just faintly hear them in the background the whole time while playing, and it really bothers me. These, I don't know if you can hear it. There's, like, this... Okay, it's making a noise when I'm pausing that, but, like... There's this very faint kind of like humming, like high frequency noise from them. It'll annoys me. I can't mix the audio like to turn off the music because it's not an option at the moment without just closing the game. There you go. Okay. I really hope Tyson stays at Rev longer this year. He was only there for like an hour last time. How many levels are there? Oh shit, I wasn't looking. I was reading a message. This is the last world. I think there's only a couple more levels. And the final boss. Yeah. Out of my way. Oh, she still has that tumble glitch sometimes. It still happens. Yeah. Shit. Is it 3 levels per world? No, it's different. Different worlds have different amounts of stages. Some levels don't have bosses, some do, you know. Alright, into this one. Don't fucking hit the electricity. I don't know if I want them to do too much more with the Sonic Super transformations. I don't really care. I have also lost just about all my optimism with Sonic. I know there are people on the inside that, like, have feelings similar to mine, I believe. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before. You know, I don't want to speak for him too much, and I don't know how much he really wanted me to, like, share this with people, but I guess, you know, it was said at a public convention, so has to assume, you know, that a stranger can repeat what he said. When I met Tyson at Rev last year... Oh, I don't have the magnet. Dumbass. Oh, it's right there. When I met Tyson at Rev last year, I was sort of talking about... Fucking hell. About, you know, like how I'm like a critic of Sonic stuff, and some of the other IDW people as well. Sorry, some of the IDW people as well. Tyson's sometimes IDW, but he's, you know, done a lot more. And yeah, they all kind of had the general viewpoint of like, look, honestly, a lot of the stuff you're saying is the exact same thing that everyone else thinks too. Which to me was like really nice to hear, just to know that like I'm not fucking crazy and I'm not like, I don't know, no one like hates me over there, I hope. That's always my worry, is like, oh man, like I hope that the actual people, God lord, garbage trucks, man. Yeah, I went, oh shit, oh fuck. Not that I'm trying to be like a, have I 100%ed Penny? Yeah, I did when it came out. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like a corporate suck up or anything, but I don't want the people kind of in charge of some of this stuff to like hate me either, you know? That makes me kind of feel bad. And it also means that if I ever wanted to get like review copies of stuff, that's probably never gonna happen. I think my channel would need to be a lot bigger though. I'd probably need to at least have like 10k subs. Although I should say the past couple months, like doing the Penny video, doing the Sonic 3D video, doing all these streams, it has been growing quite a bit. The channel was kind of stuck around like a 6.5k sub mark for a really long time. And now we're up to like 7,500 and still growing every day. So it's good. But you know, I don't really have plans to do this shit like full time or anything. It's just not viable. And I don't know, like, I always struggle to go like actually come up with video ideas. That's why my videos are so far apart. It's not just because I'm usually working full time and I just don't have the time to make videos. It's also because I need to wait until the idea comes to me. Or I need to wait until like a new game comes along where I feel like, oh yeah, I have something to say about that. And you know, it's a new game, so I don't have to worry about like, I don't have to worry as much about just being another voice saying the same shit. That's part of my appeal, covering newer stuff, you know, Penny, Bayo 3, Dead Link, you know, new Sonic games when they come out. It's like I can still present my opinion kind of like, not before everyone else, but at least like before it's become super obvious. Like, yeah, we all know how we feel about classic Sonic games, Sonic Adventure, all that stuff. That doesn't feel like I'd have much to add if I actually did like a critique on Sonic Adventure. Which I think I said this last stream, or maybe the one before, that was initially the idea behind the Sonic Stagnation video. It started from like, alright, maybe, do I have anything to say about Sonic Adventure? If I did a critique on Sonic Adventure, in quotes. And then I realized, like, well, all the stuff that I would want to say would be specifically to do around how the game adapted Sonic into 3D. And then I thought about it enough and was like, no, that should just be like its own video. I have so much more I could say about that. And bam. an active sit back from Sonic. I mean, all you have to do is just not care. Just like not check in every day. What's the Sonic news? Like, you know. Yeah, time attack in this game is really fun. I think overall I probably prefer playing time attack. I don't know. I think this is the last main level, the second to last one. It's pretty good timing actually, because yeah, I think I'd be good to call it after that, so I can go make lunch. Get back to some of my Blender stuff I'm doing. Ah! Come on. No? Okay. Oh my god. No! Ah! Yeah, sometimes the steering on the yo-yo is still just a little bit tricky. I feel like it's like that on purpose a little bit, but sometimes it really kind of feels like it's bugging out. I've been meaning to get back into making videos myself, because the few I ended up doing did really well, but I haven't been in the right mindset because of my animation job. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel most of the time. So I'm a little jealous of you managing to do them under the same circumstances. Well, I mean, fuck. A lot of the videos I've made before, even during my time working, they're often made during like holidays. Like I would make them during a break from work, because when I'm actually working full time, I just don't have the energy or the time to invest into making videos, because like I don't like getting home from work and then doing more work. Not as bad when it's like the video editing part, but that early like writing, recording phase, that shit sucks. So even a lot of the stuff I've made has been sort of in between breaks from work. And again, the last two videos, the Penny one and the 3D Sonic Stagnation video, have been made while I've had no job at all. That's why I made them. Because I was like, well, I got time to do YouTube now. I guess I should actually make something. That's why I've been streaming so often. It's just because I don't have anything else to do, really. Like, or at least nothing else that will make me money. YouTube at least kind of, sort of earns me a tiny bit of money. But yeah, it looks like I'll be back at work next week, and then I'll be going to America in about 2 weeks. Coming back mid-July, and then looks like I'm going to be going back to a previous studio I used to work at in August for this dinosaur project thing they want to do, which will be pretty cool. It's not my ideal like dinosaur project, but it still looks pretty cool. Switch over. Oh my god. The fucking timing. No! Oh, I didn't hold it for long enough. Video editing is very time consuming. It's also the part I enjoy the most, because like even though it's kind of tedious, it's the part where I'm like, okay, the video is real now. Like I can actually see it being made. It's almost done. Or it feels like it's almost done. The video editing part's easy for me. It's just time. It's just picking how I want things to look, choosing the footage I want, going back to record more footage if I didn't already have it. All that kind of stuff. But it's the writing process that I can't stand. I really, really hate writing my videos. Because I try to be, if you look at my scripts from a few years ago compared to now, I hope you can see a huge improvement. Where I'm a lot more scripted and a lot less kind of off the cuff and just sort of saying shit. I try to actually have everything I'm saying be valuable and important. I don't just want to be saying, I don't know, basic shit. Oh, this is where I can skip right down, right? Yep, here we go. No, what the fuck? No! Oh, he ruined my fucking cool trick. Alright, fine. We won't do the cool trick then. So I don't want to waste any more time. Still do this one. Yeah, I'm sorry for my occasional sniffliness. It's that annoying thing where, like, I know that, you know, I can feel that, like, my nose is a little bit blocked. But, like, it's the kind of blocked where you can't blow it out. Like, it's in there, but it's not like up in the front where you can just blow it out on tissue. It's like, no, it's just like stuck in the back of my head. I can feel it, but I can't do anything about it. Okay, we won't do the cool trick. Oh, fuck, oh my god. Just be nice and slow then. Yeah, you can do a huge skip on this zipline. You can just jump down at the end and then attach to it. It's just because the camera like flips around and I guess there's a death plane there. It's a little bit precarious. This is a huge time save and time attack just skipping this whole thing. I love having my ears pop all the time just from blowing my nose. Final boss now, I think? Yeah, I've kind of had a shitty nose like my whole life. Just being congested. Not as bad now that I'm an adult, but like when I was a kid it was really, really bad. And yeah, now it usually just happens like the seasons change and I get a little bit kind of stuffy and phlegmy for a while. It's not nice. I don't really know what to do about it. I should probably try and see like an ear, nose, throat specialist about it. But it's that thing where like, it happens rarely enough now where I think like, well, what do I do? Do I go in and be like, hey, I'm like fine. Like I'm fine right now, I can breathe. But sometimes I can't. You know, like what are they gonna do with that information? Okay, come back when you can't breathe again. So it's just, yeah, it's one of those things like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about it. Because I have, you know, I've got like my Vicks stuff, like eucalyptus oil, you know, that I breathe in and like put on your chest and like under your nose and stuff. I've got like the throat lozenges, I've used spray, like I've used every possible thing before. Because again, I've had this since I was a kid where I was just all day tissues to like blowing my nose over and over and over. It was awful. See a virtuous Azon. We're almost done anyway. I don't get nosebleeds, thankfully. I just get very stuffy. Alright, final boss. Fuck, what can I spell? There we go. Hold on. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Now the QTEs come full circle. Now you actually have to do something Ah, they still haven't fixed the borders up there. Like the letterboxing is broken. That's a shame. What are you laughing about? What's so funny? Yeah, I remember this part, I think that you're like on like a loop sort of thing, and I remember it bugging out for me. I showed it in the video where I just fell straight through the floor. Yeah, this part. Like I was just clipping through the floor for no reason. The penguin track kind of messes with my eyes when I'm trying to look at like where I'm going, like focus on it. The track of penguins with the bouncing penguins gets a little bit like, hold on, where am I looking here? Just messing with me. Stay right in the middle. Don't fall off. Give me that. Yeah, just kind of waiting. Like to be a bit more active. Yeah. Oh shit. Any day now. That way. Yeah, they blended with the track. Yeah, kind of hard to see. Great music, of course. I'm very curious what they're working on next, like Evening Star. I hope they're still patching this game, because it does need it. Isn't there like a post-credits thing they kind of tease? Penny will return? I don't remember. I think there's a scene with the judge. This credits theme is very... I almost used this credits theme in the video as well, like at the end. But I didn't want to like drag the whole video down with this big like celebratory thing. It was still, you know... I wasn't trying to be like a big puff piece for the game. It was still trying to be... a criticism of it, you know? Do I think Sega will have better quality control in the future? Not really. No. I'd be great if it did. It'd be wonderful if Sega had more quality control in the future with Sonic games, and, well, everything really, but with Sonic in particular, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they have more quality control for their non-Sonic things anyway. Like, their non-Sonic games just get better attention than everything else, you know, I don't know. They should have me in the special thanks of this game because I played it. Jun Senai. There's a lot of Sonic people in this special thanks here. Naoto Oshima's up there. Yeah, Yasuhara's in there. After Sonic Origins Plus, I can't trust Sega and Sonic Team on anything they say or do at all. Yeah, it happens every time they release anything, where it's buggy and shit. And they go like, oh yeah, guys, we'll fix it. Yeah, don't worry, we'll fix it. And it's like, they half fix it, you know? They go, alright, here's like a little bit of budget to go back in and fix the game. But it's never enough. It's never enough to actually fix everything. Ah, oh, I was just plugging it in, so it didn't run out of battery or anything. I wonder how I would go at QA. I feel like I'm pretty good at documentation, because I have to do that for my job, doing like programming anyway. You know, you make a tool and then you document it. Here's how it works. Here's what you do to use it. Here's how the tool works on the back end if you ever have to go touch it up. So I feel like QA or just play testing, I don't know. I feel like I'd be alright at it. Since my whole thing is like, you know, criticizing games anyway. I wouldn't mind doing like play testing of stuff to give them feedback early on. What do I want in the Switch 2? I want it to actually run games properly. That's the main thing. I want to be able to play, you know, Bayonetta like not at 720p. I can play that shit in like 4K on my computer, and it's just like, why am I still playing 720p on console? I mean, ideally, if you're gonna have it be the handheld thing anyway, you know, I would like it for them to all start with the OLED screens instead of having to have like non-OLED and then OLED is like a different tiered thing, but I feel like they're still gonna have the regular non-OLED, and then for like an extra $50-100 you buy the OLED model. What else? I mean, I just want it to be able to run shit properly. I want like better controllers that don't suck and drift like crazy. Yeah, I'm very looking forward to what they do with Switch 2. I'm very interested. Yeah, I thought that was a little extra scene at the end. Misdemeanor. That's a good name. Yeah, better online, I guess, but I never play anything online on the Switch anyway. Is that it? He just says she needs to do community service for the waifu still at the end of the game. Yeah, so there are the bonus levels as well, but I think I'll call it here for the stream. Star Globes? Yeah, these ones. There are these ones too. I think I played some of them on the Time Attack stream already though. But I want to have lunch. Jump over to the big camera. Any other last minute questions from anyone? Anything you need to run by me? Remember, this might be the last stream I do for a while. Because, yeah, hopefully I'm going to be back at work. And then I'll be in America, Sonic Revolution. Hope to see some of you there. So if you got anything else you need to ask me or whatever. How would I do a Crash Bandicoot 5? I mean, I would just want the same kind of art direction and polish of Crash 4, but without the like shit tons of annoying shit for 100%, you know? Yeah, all these prints, all these Sonic ones here are all from Sonic Revolution. This is from Tyson. These are both from Adam Bryce Thomas. I got this one from Danny's booth, but I think it's by Nathalie Foundrain, right? There's some others up here by Tyler McGrath. There's another like big Jonathan Gray IDW poster over here. That Sonic one's from Rihanna, like Steve and Rihanna, Bellina Productions. The Bayonetta and Metroid stuff's obviously different. Those are from other artists, not Sonic Rev. And I've got some other Sonic Rev stuff up over there on the other wall that you can't see. How would I direct a Sonic Frontiers 2? I don't know. I would make it not bad. I would like put a focus on platforming and movement, not combat, because the combat sucks. I mean, I'm not against them having combat in it, but just, I don't know, that feels more appropriate for a spin-off for me. I think my webcam's got like extra saturation and shit on it. Hold on, I want to like tone that down. Yeah. Turn that down a bit. I don't know. That's a loaded question. I would just want to focus on the momentum-based movement, platforming, actually exploring a world instead of just running around a big empty field following waypoints. And, you know, it's not very interesting for me. Am I watching anything at the moment? Not really. I finished Better Call Saul a while ago, so I'm done with that. Sort of having a break from watching TV, movie stuff, just so I can focus on games instead for a bit. Although even then with games, I kind of had a bit of a break because like I was playing Animal Well, and I've reached a point where I've like kind of finished Animal Well. There's not really much more I want to do. Like there's more secrets to find, but I feel like I would need a guide to do them, so don't really want to bother. I have Rain World and I want to play that, but I also I'm going to America in like 2 weeks. I'm sort of like, how much can I get through, you know, before I have to go away? What if I like get to right at the end, I don't finish it in time? That would suck. And I did buy that DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2, so I'll probably be playing a bit of that for a while. I wanted to go back to that game anyway, so probably just be playing a few little things in the meantime before I come back from America and then like start Rain World or whatever else comes along. Recently realized I'm so burnt out on video games, so I'm trying to find stuff to watch. Okay. I mean, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, they were really good. I really liked Prehistoric Planet, the documentary series about, you know, dinosaurs and shit, because I love dinosaurs. Yeah, Furiosa I heard was good. I really liked Fury Road, so I should probably go watch Furiosa. At some point, maybe I'll watch that with my partner before I go away. Yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, so probably the last stream for a while, guys. We'll see what happens, but if you don't hear anything from me, that's probably why. Is because I'm very likely back at work next week. But if I'm not back at work, then I'll be probably here streaming again. We'll stream more Bayonetta, Metroid Prime, something. Because, I don't know, I gotta do something. Cool, alright, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go have lunch and everything. Thank you all for coming. Sorry there's going to be a bit of a break for a while on the channel, most likely, but it means I'm finally back at work earning money again, which is great for me. See you at Sonic Revolution, for those going. Very looking forward to it. Yeah, no videos planned for a while, so cool. All right, thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.